Oh no.
So Bouncer and Spray is heating up, man. And you know what it is, guys? I saw this coming a few months back. I did see this coming, unfortunately. And I'll tell you guys how this started, how this started brewing up. Because Bouncer and Spray, they are similar. I do see similarities in both of them. And I've met both of them in person and I rate both of them. But it was this episode that Bouncer did in May. And big up to Pinky as well. I see Pinky got the setup now. I remember seeing comments, people saying, why are you lying about equipment coming? And boom, now he's got the equipment. Now what? Now what, bruv? Pinky's due to have his takeover and have his clean run as well now. But the best way for me to describe Bouncer is he is Mr. Match Your Energy. He will match your energy from what I've seen, all right? And that is just fair. And in this podcast, Spray was getting on to Bouncer about Little Man. He was getting on to Bouncer about Little Man. Spray's obviously always on mind games, it might have just been for entertainment. But this whole internet thing is a mind game, bro. Mind games 24/7, even when you're not on camera. Because when you're in a setting, especially a podcast like Young Spray's podcast, where anyone will get drawn out, you can say something so tiny that could add fuel to a narrative that wasn't there. You're planting a seed and it's going to grow. And there'll be a time in the future where, the public's not really on your side, there's more scrutiny on you, and that seed that was planted by that person is now being used against you. And that could be something that's completely not true, but it's just the internet. That's what happens. Small things get talked about more, gets used for this, used for that, and then it becomes a thing, when in real life, it's not a thing. And Bouncer's gone on multiple podcasts talking about the Little Man thing, and it was a serious thing for him, and it was something that he opened up about on my podcast, where he said it made him feel suicidal, bro, like proper depressed and that. I'm not sure if he said suicidal, but I think I remember Bouncer saying it made him feel proper low, you know what I mean? But it's entertainment at the end of the day, it's entertainment. And I know Bouncer's not taken that a type of way. Bouncer's just viewing it like, cool, you did that when I was on your podcast, yeah? Now the tables turn, Pinky's left your show, and Bouncer did an outstanding job at covering the Pinky drama, the Justo drama, the drama between the podcasts that was going on a couple weeks back. I was tapped in every single day, bro, just itching for the next video. But around this time, it kind of flipped, we're talking about podcast wars, just all this, and it flipped to kind of, yo, Spray, you're not paying your peoples. How are you not paying your co-host? Spray's not paying his co-host. The narrative flipped to that. Bouncer's like, hey, listen, you try to get onto me about Little Man. Now it's like, you need to address not paying your co-hosts. And there was a video, I don't know if it's here, I can't remember which one, but it's when I did a full video just reacting to the whole podcast drama, and I say like I'd make an estimate at how much Young Spray might be making, and Bouncer says, yo, Spray, like you're in the top 4% of the country, my guy, like how are you not paying your calls? Like you need to, you know what I'm saying? He's kind of drawing out Young Spray a little bit, but Spray did not allow himself to be drawn out. He gave a great response. Oh, it was this one. Bouncer made this video here. I'm in the thumbnail there. So I find it funny seeing myself in the thumbnail, but here's the response.
Do you know why it's annoying me now? And I've got to speak on it because a lot of people talk shit. Because even the other part, what do you lot get paid? Let's start there. Does Punch get paid? Who else? Do we want to? Who gets paid? What do people get paid? Because you're not making no money
to pay anyone.
To pay anyone.
But in this response, Spray pretty much says, listen, you're not about to draw me out. I was paying Cream when she was here, and Chronic gets paid. And for the people who maybe don't get paid, they're getting a lot of value out of my platform. I don't think he could have handled that response better. So from this point on, it's just mind games. As you can see this video here, Bounce is gonna make like 5-10 videos talking about. That's funny. I see the comment everywhere as well. Bouncer's about to make 5 videos to this, bro. And when the spotlight's on you and the internet is looking at you, bro, like Bouncer making 5 videos on you, bro, it's like you're in the moment. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot. Look at the thumbnail. Just imagine you're going through some controversy online and then you just see the first thumbnail, a Bouncer looking at you like that with some cutouts. And then the title is exactly what you're going through, fam. It's a lot, man, and I understand why it's gonna make people feel a type of way. Because when you're going through shit, the emotions are high already, and you're not really acting in your best interest when you're acting off of emotion. But after that, Spray responded to everybody, wondering, do you pay a co-host, and then, bro, after this, Spray responds again. Now, I think Bouncer's viewing it like, yo, like when I was on your platform, you drew me out about Little Man. People are talking about, are you paying your co-host? post. I made my 500,000 videos on that. Like, we're even. I don't think Spray viewed it as being even. And then you have to look back to when Bouncer was on Spray's podcast, because I know Bouncer, I know Spray, I know they're both real guys. Like, back with the Little Man thing, I don't think Spray was doing that with bad intentions. I think he might have, I haven't watched it. I don't remember what was said, but it probably was just banter, you know, just like jokes, innit? And on RTM, you know, like talking about something serious, expect to hear something mad, expect a wife for that or something when you're telling a mad story about your life, you know? But we need to remember that Little Man situation, bro, that was deep for Bouncer, you know what I mean? Like, it was deep. So maybe Spray didn't even view that as him doing anything, you know what I mean? Maybe Spray didn't really view it as that being anything. Because this video titled Big Up Little Man because Bouncer's just chatting shit. Hey, my people, if you're enjoying the video, please be sure to give it a like. It costs nothing, takes no time, helps me in the algorithm. Thank you very much. Like the video, cheers. I think Spray's viewing it like, cool, now I'm big up to the Sinners vodka. I've still got that. I've got that empty bottle in my house as well. I remember I had one night, I was just like, yo, you know what? We're drinking some Sinners today. All right, we're drinking some Sinners. Great vodka. I need to get another bottle from you, man, if I come back up to Birmingham ever again. Definitely going to stop by and grab another bottle. But this is where I think the score kind of gets mixed up, because Bouncer's probably now viewing this as, okay, this is a 2-1 now. You've drawn me out twice, I've drawn you out once. But the line has not been crossed. We're far from the point of no return. Like, we both know what the triggers are for Bouncer and Spray. The internet both knows the triggers for both of you. That's why it's easy for you, man, to get drawn out. But I don't think I'm missing much, because after that, I think it kind of went a bit quiet. But then 5 days ago, Spray posted, Bouncer is going mad. And this is where you have to understand how the internet works. Because right now, this is a good way to determine who your friends are in this YouTube thing as well, in this content creation thing as well. Because right now, the narrative being pushed around Bouncer is, get rid of this guy, bro. This guy's just doing too much, XYZ. That's the narrative going around. Hate is at an all-time high for Bouncer right now. And the title like this, and bro, we all know this. We're all on the internet. A title like this is adding fuel to that fire. Things will keep on getting worse until they get better, you know, but this is just going to keep it going for more. It's going to have more people saying, oh, Bouncer, he's doing this, oh, he's doing that, rah, rah, rah. Because when I went crazy viral on RTM, these man didn't run with the narratives that the internet was making up. You know what I mean? Bouncer in his videos covering it, he made it very clear. Tankz did not know about that. He would never say, you know what I mean? He's killing the narrative. Spray came on a live stream with me and we had a phone call. And another thing, Spray didn't even want to post that episode. He said, nah, I'm not putting that out. I'm not putting that out. He only put it out because I did a live stream as soon as I came back to the studio after that, because I didn't have a video made, and I spoke about it and we started building up hype towards the episode. But Spray wasn't going to drop that. And since then, Spray could easily push some narratives, say some things, do the dirt, but he's not doing that, bro. And that's how you can determine who's real in this content space. It's like, okay, if there's a narrative going around about you and this person adds fuel to it unnecessarily, like, yeah, there might be views on the table for it, but who cares about views, bro? We all care about views, but not at the expense of pushing a fake narrative against a fellow content creator. Not necessarily just a fake narrative, but a narrative that you know is not in their favor. So what Spray doing this, like, and this is just me breaking it down how I'm viewing it in my mind, innit? Like, this is mind games, bro. It's mind games. And I don't know what's brewed up in between. I don't know if in this Bouncer's going mad, they're trying to say, maybe it's not this clip, but they're trying to say that Bouncer's trying to do what he did to Dutch, to Fredo. You know, that's the narrative going around, that Bouncer's trying to, you know, use these allegations to kill careers of people he doesn't like. After watching Bouncer's video, I think maybe that narrative might have been pushed. Maybe that's why it's gotten to this point. But that is not a narrative that you want on your name. You know what I'm saying? And I know Bouncer is not going to push anything that he doesn't believe is true. Like, yeah, he might go harder on somebody who's done something to him in the past or he's got qualms with and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But he's not going to just blatantly spread a lie. You know what I'm saying? Because even this, bruv, listen, big up Fredo. Hey, good luck. But this is where it's taken a turning point. Look at the title, all right? He's put Bouncer and he's put Rat next to his name in the title. Now, we know what Spray and Bouncer, and it's disappointing because these two, look at it. Like, look how long ago, look at how RTM was looking back in the day. And Bouncer went there to support it, and now these two are just going back and forth, all because of the internet. It's all because of the internet, bro. And this was 2-3 days ago. This was premiered on the 30th. Yeah, this was 2-3 days ago, bruv. He's saying Bouncer, Rat, ruined Dutch Avelli's career, is now trying to do the same to Fredo in Ambush. Mental thing. Bad narrative being pushed. You know, and I've actually spoken to Ambush, and listen, you know, Bouncer and Ambush, they have their history. Bouncer just brought up things in the past, you know what I mean, because you can't run away from your past. Ambush was not criminally charged. He was not arrested, anything like that. But Bouncer just used this platform that he built to bring up something from the past about somebody who put this next to his name. You know what I mean? And we know both of these guys as triggers, bro. But like, I'm just gonna say it, innit? For Bouncer, you know, calling Bouncer a snitch is something you can't come back from. And for Spray, talking about, you know, what happened at the Rated Awards, that is something you can't come back from. You know what I mean? It's like, those are both of their points of no return. And Spray has uploaded this old episode with that title, knowing what he's doing. And now if we go on to Bouncer's channel, let's get Bouncer to 60K subs. Come on, man. Big up. Look, if we go on Bouncer's channel, he's made 2 videos here. Look, Young Spray, I'm giving you 24 hours to change the title. Now, we know Young Spray's not changing no title. And then here he says, Young Spray, the UK's beating stick. How dare you? And in this video, Bouncer talks, you know, Bouncer says, I'm tapped in with guys from your area, grew up with this, he's just talking, yeah. It's just not good, you know, it's the line's been crossed now. And I think we're pretty much at the point of no return because Spray's not going to change that title. And Spray's going to drop a podcast episode, a new episode soon. We don't know if he maybe touched on Bouncer, but, you know, whatever's said there, you know, and it's sad to see this. It's sad to see that this has reached the point of no return now, you know, because Bouncer supported Spray's thing from the start by going on there. And, you know, Bouncer's always been on this unity thing, you know, podcasts coming together, but this is just going to cause more of a divide. And I think this has all started and all stemmed from a misunderstanding, bro. It's all just stemmed from that. The internet has caused this, in my opinion. I think just the internet has caused it, has made this happen. And if they didn't let it get to this point, then who knows? They could have maybe blessed it. But I think we are at the point of no return now. Some advice for people on the internet, though, you know, just have conversations. Don't be afraid to actually try and understand, because misunderstandings can lead to this. Because the way these men both operate, obviously the internet's going to say, oh, it's Bouncer's growing at a crazy rate. So this, no, it's none of that, bro, because I know these two, from what I've seen of these two, I know it's not that, bro. I think it is simply a misunderstanding. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Chung Lee, what do you think? Shall I leave? Okay, Chung Lee said, how old are these guys? Grow up. Okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace and love to every single one of you watching.